changing the oil on my 2009 987.2 2.9 liter Boxster. It's my first oil change, so it's going to be an experience for you watching and for me doing it. This video is posted, everything went hunky-dory. Over 0W40 motor oil, it calls for 7.5 liters, which is just under 2 US quarts. Got my catch pan, my oil filter housing O-ring, and now my aluminum crush washer. I bought these right from Porsche. Yeah, thingamajigger bobber. Oil filter wrench, which stopped me last time. Oil filter housing socket, I guess. So we'll see if this works. It's not super duper high quality, but for a home jobber, it's good enough. I'll put the link in the description. Extension. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to warm up this the car, okay? Jack point. So the car is now in jack stand. I have a solution for this little difficult problem. This is jack stand. This is what happens. I have a safety pin. There's another safety point. So the car is not falling on top of you. Right here. And I'm sure you're like me, that's why you're watching this. I don't want to damage anything on my beautiful Porsche. With a piece of very dense rubber. It's going to go between the jack stand and the supporting brace where I'm going to put the jack stand. So shortly before the car goes into its winter slumber, so when it's sitting here, it's sitting with nice clean oil in it. That's gonna, I think that should be good. Be under it, and I do kind of like my life. I like driving this. I'm just putting my jack firmly on the jack point without lifting it off the safety stand. It's just one more point of safety for the car to come on top of me. I'm only removing the rear wheel to get a better look at the oil filter housing. You do not need to remove the wheel to change the oil on the Boxster. This was just a basic general science experiment, lowering the car to get a level to get as much of the old oil out of it as possible. And it actually did work. I would say not nothing. New washer, old washer. See this old washer? It's nice and smooth. It has some called a crush washer for a reason, right? So you crush it and get a nice good tight seal between your sump plate and your drain plug. I'll put the specs in my description. Don't over tighten it. Just right. Let me see. Oh, good God. Get the old oil filters. Right, I'm gonna put this in a little plastic kind of container. You can drain most of the oil out of this filter. So we can then go ahead and cut the ends off open it up and look for any more foreign materials that shouldn't be in there. So I use a little flashlight, just shine some light in here and look for anything. I don't know if you can see this, but everything looks like just as it should. I have a little hook tool here, gently, carefully go in here and hook on the old O-ring and just pull it off like this. Again, you want to wipe that clean and then just gently roll it over and then just roll it down into the groove right here. See? One more, boom, all the way around. Click, click, roll, roll. And here we go. Using the filter, I installed it with the writing on top. Alright, so let's go ahead, slide that in here and give it a little bit of a push. There we go. Get that? There's a little push, fix in there. This is a nice and firm now. Grab a little bit of fresh oil and lube the O-ring all the way around. Very important. Don't forget. Okay. Proceed to remove the jack stands and lower the vehicle. After the car is lowered and sitting flat on the ground on a level surface, you proceed to open the oil filler cap. I put some rags down just in case there's any kind of spillage. I don't want any oil in my trunk of my car. My car takes 7.5 liters, which is close to 7.75 quarts. Put a little bit less in than you would need. You can always add it. Add more oil until you're happy. Start the engine, idle it, warm it up, and car's computer. Once the car is at the operating temperature, engine now warmed up. Okay, let's go check the oil.
Well, look at that. Perfectly full.
Okay, last step. Inspect the oil filter. Grab yourself a utility knife. It does need to be yellow. This will be red. Just cut into the paper element on this edge and cut all the way around. Okay, one side. Okay, so pull the filler element out. See? And just anywhere cut through it and then pull it apart like this. See here? Okay, pull it apart. And this is exactly what you want to see. You want to see nothing shiny or glittery. See that? That's the outer of the filter. Let's turn the filter around. Do the same thing on the inside. Just like Porsche intended it to be. What do you guys think? Black 19-inch Porsche lobster claws.
What are these? 18-inch factory silver Porsche wheels.